Welcome to Let's Talk Wellness with Watsons. Every year, the Philippines observes World Diabetes Day. The Department of Health is always encouraging Filipinos to have an early preventive action against diabetes during this day. And Watsons is one with this cause. That is why we are here helping you to know more about this disease, because there are more ways to wellness. We are also encouraging you to join this discussion. As a matter of fact, we're interested in finding out what you learned from this show. So guys, comment down below what you learned with the hashtags Let's Talk Wellness and hashtag diabetes. Don't forget to like us on Facebook as well. We will choose 5 comments for this show. Kung isa kayo sa mga napiling comments, you will win 1,000 pesos worth of Watsons gift certificates. Remember, the more comments means the more chances of winning. And guess what? There's another way to win. Again, like Watsons on Facebook and share this and tag 3 of your friends in the comments section with the hashtags Let's Talk Wellness and hashtag diabetes. We will choose 10 winners. More tags, more shares, more comments means more chances of winning. To help us shed some light about diabetes, we have one of the best doctors in the country, Dr. Tony Leachon. Hello, Doc!
Hi, Samantha, and hello to our viewers.
Nako, Doc Tony, thank you so much for joining us today. No, our topic today is actually very important because we need to raise awareness. There are people who may be experiencing it but aren't actually aware. So let's start. What is diabetes?
Well, diabetes is actually a group of diseases that would affect the blood sugar of the body in terms of metabolism. Because alam naman natin ang sugar is important for the brain, for the muscles, and or body functions. But do you know that diabetes belongs to a group of diseases, we call it lifestyle diseases.
Yes.
And then according to the WHO, which is the World Health Organization, diseases are divided into non-communicable diseases or lifestyle diseases. And in this category, you have stroke, heart attack, cancer, COPD, and diabetes. Alam mo bang almost 8 to 10 million na of the population natin na may diabetes. And then, of course, iisipin natin, ano ba mga types of diabetes, di ba? Laging tinatanong yan, di ba?
Yes, Doc. Alam ko nga merong different types of diabetes. Can you expound nga kung ano yung mga yon?
Well, you have type 1 diabetes. Ibig sabihin, young yan, young onset. Okay? Yung type 2, adult onset. Alright? Yan ang pinaka-common. It's about 80 to 90%.
Wow.
So, yung type 1, usually would need insulin because meron silang genetic lack of insulin. So, kailangan nilang mag-inject. Yung isa naman, pwedeng genetic siya or acquired, but because of the lifestyle, bumibigat sila. And of course, pag bumibigat ka, you know that 3 out of 10 Filipinos are overweight or obese. That would lead to what we call metabolic syndrome. If you gain weight and your lifestyle is bad, you can still have diabetes.
You keep talking about lifestyle, which is obviously very important in how it affects patients who have diabetes. Paano nga ba ma-change ang lifestyle na yan? How can you shift from a person who has diabetes to a healthier lifestyle? Ano ba yung mga small changes that can really make a difference?
I read this book. It's from a Harvard physician. The name is Dr. Atul Gawande. And there are 3 things daw why we fail in health. The first is ignorance. Education is key.
Very true.
The second reason why we fail daw in health and in life is ineptitude. Meaning to say, knowledge is there, but we fail to comply correctly. And then the other thing, wala daw tayong plan of action for ourselves. Sa karamihan ng, let's say, nanonood sa atin, sino ba yung plano nila about maintaining a good health?
Having said this, can you actually tell us kung ano ba yung mga warning signs or mga symptoms na kailangan bantayan natin?
Ang unang-una, meron kang genetic predisposition.
So, kailangan may background check, no, Doc?
Like ang parents mo, diabetes. It is said that 50% of patients vertical yung transmission. Right, but you can avoid that if you can change your lifestyle.
True.
Right. Now, ang symptoms yan would vary. So from head to toe, para hindi malito ang mga tao, sometimes you can have blurring of vision and you can have cataract. Ang advanced, nagkakaroon ka ng problem sa retina and that would lead to blindness. The other one, may dizziness ka. Perhaps because, alam mo ba, diabetes would cause atherosclerosis. That's the medical term, or premature aging of the arteries.
Yes.
So therefore, nagdi-decrease yung blood supply mo to the brain and the eyes. And that's partly because your blood sugar is uncontrolled. Alam mo ba yung sugar is basically an inflammatory substance. Madali niyang pamagain ang arteries. Kaya kailangan mababa. The other one is pagka-affected na yung heart mo. You can have shortness of breath. Tapos meron kang coronary artery disease na pala. Meron ka palang non-healing wound sa paa. There are 3 P's, no, para maintindihan ng viewers natin ng diabetes. So, we learn in medical school, polyphagia. Ibig sabihin, kain ka ng kain.
Laging gutom.
Laging gutom.
Okay.
Number 2, uhaw na uhaw.
Laging uhaw.
Oo, polydipsia. And then, ihi ka ng ihi. Polyuria.
Okay.
And then the other one, you're losing weight without trying. Yan yun.
Interesting.
And then, may amoy ang ihi mo, parang sweet, and parang kang pagod, you're tired, and you're weak.
But Doc, what exactly about those people who already have detected their diabetes, especially those who just found out recently, how exactly do you treat it?
I have a checklist at home. Ang first one is, dapat hindi ka nag-i-smoke. Number 2 is your diet. Dapat more veggies and then fruits. Tapos less ka ng carbs and then ng protein. And then avoid sugary beverages. And then the third sa checklist is exercise.
Yes.
So that's 30 minutes a day sa checklist. And then you need to know your body weight. Kasi pag increase ang body weight mo, nagkakaroon ka ng other illnesses. And we call that Syndrome X or metabolic syndrome. And then mental health. So you have a mental approach then on how to attack diabetes. Then 7 is medications. Once you are diagnosed to have diabetes or even hypertension, because they coexist, do not stop that. And then, yung number 8, dapat may regular check-up sa doktor. And then, ang number 9 na nakikita ko, kulang sa tulog. And then, ang huli, I'd like my patient to be happy. And not because they are,
Of course.
they are sick, balulungkot ka na.
But Doc, I know that when you're dealing with diabetes, you need to take medication. So can you tell us more about insulin and how it actually affects your mood, your body, and also how to properly take it?
If the blood sugar is uncontrolled, na hindi kaya ng oral medications, then you start with insulin.
Right.
So, yung insulin kasi is a hormone produced by an organ in the body at the back of the stomach, and we call it pancreas. So, you give insulin pagka you have maxed out already on the oral medications and yet the patient is not responding. So, insulin, ini-inject yan, self-administered, tinuturuan niya ng doctor at nurses, and then you have to do that regularly.
Okay.
And then, once the patient nag-diet na, nag-lose ng weight, nag-exercise, you can actually taper off your insulin doses. And sometimes, natatanggal na yung insulin na yan, and therefore, be on oral medications, nababawasan ng dose. But ang bottom line is that you need to address muna the non-medical treatment, and therefore, yung pangangailangan mo for the oral medications and insulin, madi-decrease din.
Ngayon naman, Doc Tony, there is a lot of misinformation out there about diabetes. So, Doc, can we actually engage in a very quick myth or fact?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So, myth or fact, Doc, is diabetes hereditary?
Well, I think it's a myth. In med school, I used to believe na hereditary. But in the real world, a lot of diabetes may actually be acquired.
All right, Doc, so let's move on to the next myth or fact. If there is no one in my family that has diabetes, I won't get one. What do you say?
Well, I think it's a myth. One can still develop diabetes if the patient is non-compliant.
Aha.
Hindi siya nagda-diet. And then, marami siya mag-rise. Tapos, hindi siya nag-exercise. So, that's a balance actually ng calories mo at saka energy expenditure.
All right, so Doc, ito naman yung susunod na question, no? Myth or fact? Diabetes can be caused by eating too much sugar. You were just explaining that a little bit a while ago.
I think it's a myth. No? Kasi, pag naman ang patient ay nag-exercise at may pambawi siya, I've seen a lot of patients din na nagsusugar. Pero wala naman siyang diabetes eh. Hindi nagkakameron din eh. But of course, we know that we should try to reduce our sugar intake.
Now let's move on to the next myth or fact. Doc, people with diabetes cannot eat dessert. Ouch! Ang sakit naman nun!
Not true.
Not true.
That's a myth. Kasi dun sa healthy food plate ng Department of Health and the Harvard food plate,
Okay.
meron naman a small portion. The big portion actually is the veggie. And then you can have dessert. You can have fruits. What I'm trying to say, you need to be aware. You need to be knowledgeable. Kasi kung hindi, then you'll tend to overeat and then eat the wrong things. Ang hirap nun.
Okay, Doc, as a matter of fact, in Watson's, we encourage people to ask their Watson's pharmacists to help guide them. Can you talk more about the role and importance of pharmacists, especially in managing diabetes?
I think we need a lot of knowledge experts.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Oh, yes.
For a ballooning population, about 110, and we have only 70,000 doctors. We had a lot of nurses, but some of them, siyempre, umaalis din, ano?
True.
Ang pharmacists would play a big role in educating the public. So therefore, ang pharmacists ay nandun sila sa mga butika, not only to dispense medications, but they should be there to educate.
Thank you so much, Doc, no? And of course, you brought a lot of clarity for me, our audience, and thank you so much for adding on life aspects as well, looking at it holistically and whatnot. If you need more information about vitamins, maintenance medicine, and other essentials, do ask your Watson's pharmacists to help guide you with the wide range of vitamins, supplements, and medicine in Watson's. And speaking of essentials, tune in dahil up next, I will guide you in checking your blood sugar using a glucometer and using other essentials to guide you in managing your diabetes.
Swerte talaga ang may balanced diet at healthy living. Balanced ang blood sugar at hindi basta nagkakasakit. Kapag tumaas kasi ang blood sugar, maaring humina ang immune system, lalo na yung 40 years old pataas. Ang antioxidant gaya ng alpha-lipoic acid at minerals tulad ng chromium picolinate at zinc ay tumutulong mag-balance ng blood sugar at alagaan ang kalusugan. Samahan pa ng healthy diet at exercise. Diamaxin Forte has alpha-lipoic acid, chromium picolinate at zinc. Stay healthy because balanced blood sugar supports immunity.
Ang Diamaxin Forte ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Araw-araw, palakasin ang resistensya. Ano man ang dumating, mag-diabetasol. May vitamins pamparesistensya at VitaDigest pang-manage ng blood sugar at gutom. Kaya't huwag mag-diabetes. Mag-diabetasol.
In a matter of weeks, I was able to bring down my A1C. That's because I was able to monitor my sugar level with Freestyle Libre and corrected my diet with the help of Glucerna. Start your 30-day challenge too. Sign up now.
Lagi na lang akong pagod, kapantok. Sa tulong ng pag-inom ng Glucerna araw-araw, nakontrol ko yung sugar ko.
I'm thankful for Glucerna. Natulungan niya akong control yung sugar levels ko para matulungan ang immunity ko.
The upcoming holiday season, while it may be a time for festivities, can also be a cause of the disruption of a healthy lifestyle. For those with diabetes, it's best to continue to manage diabetes whatever the season because there are more ways to wellness in Watsons. Start with vitamins and minerals that can help boost your immune system. Let's start with vitamin C. Maaaring may vitamin C deficiency ang may diabetes. The NutriBliss ascorbic acid, which has 1,000 milligrams of ascorbic acid, can help. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor. Next, probiotics. It promotes good digestion and gut health, is very important in managing diabetes. Meron tayong NutriBliss by Watson's Daily Probiotic Powder. Next, there are B vitamins. Important siya sa paggalaw ng katawan. Maaaring mababa din sa vitamin B ang may diabetes. Watson's B complex can help address that. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor. Next, if you have a difficult time maintaining your diet, especially with all the temptation this season, it might be a wise choice to take nutritional milk or formula that can supplement your nutritional needs while keeping you full. Let's start with diabetasol. This helps regulate blood sugar and reduces the frequency of hunger with proper diet and exercise, available in chocolate and vanilla flavors. Next, we have the Glucerna SR, an adult nutritional drink that serves as food for special dietary use for the dietary management of diabetes with proper diet and exercise. This comes in vanilla, chocolate, and wheat flavors. Also, we have Nutrin DiaPro, a nutritionally balanced formula specially designed for oral consumption by individuals with high blood sugar levels associated with diabetes or prediabetes. This comes in 400 grams and 800 grams. Next important way to manage diabetes is constant monitoring. You need to monitor your blood sugar levels bago kumain at mga 1 to 2 hours after meal to capture them at their peak level of blood glucose. That's why dapat may glucometer ka at home. It's fairly easy to use. Una, check the instructions that come with what you bought. There's a wide range of options here in Watson's, but in general, here's how the process works. First, it's very important to wash and dry your hands well, because food and drinks that are still present in your hands can cause an inaccurate reading. Then, you insert a test strip into your meter, like so. Then, you prick the side of your fingertip, like so, with the needle provided in your test kit. Squeeze some blood out. Touch and hold the edge of the test strip to the drop of blood. The meter then will display your blood sugar level on a screen after a few seconds. For select stores, Watson's offers free glucose reading. If you need assistance, you can always ask your Watson's pharmacist. We have a wide range of vitamins, dietary supplements, glucometers, and medicines in Watson's. You may get them through the Watson's app or the 1,000 plus stores nationwide. Plus, you can also get your maintenance medicines and wellness essentials delivered to you monthly through our Watson's Subscribe and Save program. This has been Samantha Pervor saying there are more ways to wellness in Watson's.
Mahalagang paalala, ang NutriBliss by Watson's Daily Probiotic Powder ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.